Today we're back for the second video in the gift guide for 2024, and today we'll be doing tech gifts under $50. So over the next few days, I'll be doing gift guides under a bunch of different budgets. We're going to do under $25, under $50, under $100, under $200, and over $200. I'll also be doing videos specifically for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So get subscribed and turn on notifications if you want to be notified when these videos come out. I will also be adding them to the gift guide playlist, which I will include up in the top right hand corner and in the description. It will have last year's videos as well as this year's as they come out. All products I talk about will have links in the description. Most of these will be affiliate links. You're not obligated to use these, but if you do, they do support the channel and I really do appreciate it. Also, whenever I see particularly good deals that stand out quite a bit, I do post them in my Discord. You're welcome to go ahead and join and check out that deals channel. So we're going to start off today's video with some items that were on the $25 and under budget, but now you can get something either improved or expanded upon in some kind of way with the extra money that you get in the $50 budget. And the first thing is going to be MicroSD cards. At this budget, you can end up affording 512 gig cards. For example, the SanDisk Extreme, again the U3A2, is $32.99, which is an incredible deal at this price. The Samsung Evo Select isn't even on sale and it's $34.99. If this one ends up going on sale within the next few days or between now, whenever you're going to buy it, this is also a really good option. Another thing that gets a big improvement are the USB-C docks. Usually the ones on the lower price tier are missing a few key components that you end up getting in the $50 range. For example, again, the Ugreen here is a 7-in-1, but now we get an Ethernet port. We get SD and MicroSD slots as well. Again, the power delivery pass-through is a huge point, and I wouldn't get a dock without it at this point. They're on all of them within the under $100 range. Before, that used to be a very premium feature, but now you can find it everywhere. This is a really good option, and again, there's tons of other options as well. Chargers are another one that gets a really good improvement. For example, here we have the Ugreen. Now you're jumping up to 45 watts instead of maxing out at the 30 watts like you were in the under $25 range. This one's nice. It's got 2 ports, maxes out at 45 watts. You can do the Steam Deck, you can do almost all phones, all major tablets, even some really lightweight laptops or light power laptops you can do with 45 watts. With the extra budget, however, you can even go up to the 65 watt chargers, which are amazing. This can charge all of the Macs that use USB-C. You can charge, again, the Steam Deck on it. You can do some thin and light laptops as well. My work laptop, for example, will charge with 60 watts, so this will cover that very easily. And again, things like the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, and so on. Now you can also get these really cool charging stations at a desk. For example, here we have the 65 watt from Ugreen again. These ones are really, really nice to have, like I mentioned, at a desk. I have one actually double-sided taped to the side of my desk right now. These are really nice in living rooms so that you only have one cable coming away from the wall. And you can hide this basically underneath your couch if you wanted to, plug some cables in, and then have very convenient charging cords for it. These are an incredible option. It's again 65 watts. The biggest difference between this and the last one is just the form factor. These are really nice to have. And I know some people who have basically completely eliminated the use of their charger that comes with their laptop. They keep that in their bag and they use something like this on their desk and use that to charge and use their laptop. Now, another really cool item you can get at this price point is the Ugreen 65 watt travel charger. Now, we talked about the travel adapter last week. The travel charger is in a similar position where it allows you to have different ports for different countries, but you're getting a lot more power out of this than you did out of the adapter that had the USB ports on it. You get a single USB-A, 2 USB-Cs. Again, you can charge most laptops, you can charge a Steam Deck, you can charge all mobile devices from phones to tablets. This is a really good option if you do a lot of traveling into countries that have a different plug standard. Another thing that gets a really big improvement at this price point are wireless chargers. As I mentioned in the last video, getting something under the $25 mark usually doesn't have an adapter, and if it does, it's usually a pad style, and I'm not a big fan of the pad style ones. It's a lot harder to line up your device on them. At this price point, however, you're able to end up getting one of the stand-up ones. For example, this one from Anker, it's $28.79, normally $35.99, and you also get an increased 15 watts of charging from it, so that's really nice. It's nice that you don't have to use an adapter, even if you may have a bunch lying around. These are really great to use, and it's a much stronger charging ability because of that 15 watts. Power banks are another item that gets another massive jump from the $25 to $50 budget. You're able to end up getting a 20,000 milliamp power bank like this one from Anker, which is a really good option. I have one of these as well. It's nice. This one's been around for a really long time. $35.99, typically $39.99. Not the craziest deal, but it's a very good price. But at this price point, you're also able to get ones that have additional features and aren't as simple as the other power banks. For example, the magnetic ones that work with the MagLock or the MagSafe from iPhone series. You can get a charger that works along with that, which is really, really cool. I've seen some that are 5,000 milliamps. I've seen some that go all the way up to 10,000 milliamps in this price point. So take a look around. Anker's got some, Ugreen's got some as well. And again, these are the two brands that I'm most familiar with. Anker does have a ton available right now, so you can go ahead and take a look through their list. Ugreen as well. I will leave links for both of them in the description. Now, another thing that gets a really nice improvement from the $25 to $50 range are film cameras. We talked about those reusable, disposable cameras from Caddac, the M35. You can get an improvement with the F9, which is $39.99. This one is a much better built device. It's made a little bit more durable. It has a better lens. It has a stronger flash as well. And you can even improve on the F9 by going with the Ektar H35. This one is up to $45. You get a few more colors. And again, it's improvements over build quality, the flash, and the lens. This one, I've seen a lot of people say that they really do enjoy it. And sometimes they even debate using a standard film camera or this one in terms of convenience. These ones are really, really nice. You can get double the amount of exposures because it uses half of each film frame. So with a 36 roll, you actually get 72 photos out of it, which is also really cool. This one is an awesome idea for anybody. Now, getting into computer peripherals, we're going to talk about mice first. And with wired mice, one of my favorite form factors out of any mice of all time is the Death Adder. I do wish Razer had better quality assurance, but the Death Adder is still by far one of my favorite mouse shapes ever. And getting it for $42.50 is a pretty good deal. It does say that the list price is $70, although I very rarely see it at that $70 price point. It's usually hovering around $50, to be honest with you. So this is a really good wired option. And another option wired is the Corsair Saber RGB Pro. This was the final result of my many-year quest to find a better built mouse than the Death Adder that still felt really comfortable in my hands because I have slightly larger palms. I actually have the wireless version of this, but the wired version is an incredible option here. Standard price $60, right now it's $41. This is a really good mouse, again, if you want wired. This one is a really good portable gaming wired mouse. This is one that I keep in my laptop bag whenever I'm going to someone's house. It's a really good option. It's extremely cheap. And one of the really good things about the G305 that makes it a little bit heavier, but in my opinion, it makes it a much longer lasting mouse, is that it uses AA batteries or AAA batteries instead of a built-in. So you can easily replace those as much as you want. You're never going to have to get this thing serviced for the battery itself. And honestly, it just makes it last a lot longer for me. I will keep it in my bag with the battery outside of it so that it's not draining the battery over time, without it actually being on. And then I always have a spare battery in the bag as well, so I can just easily swap it. This mouse comes in a ton of different colors. It's a little bit smaller than a standard mouse, but I really do like it and I use it all the time. Now, speaking about batteries, I'm huge on using reusable batteries. I don't like throwing a bunch of batteries in landfills. Even though there are recycling programs, you're still contributing to a lot of waste with standard batteries. Using reusable batteries is great. I have these Eneloop Pros that I bought with the charger here. $34.56 is a pretty good deal for this. And then what I ended up doing to get additional batteries is I actually bought IKEA's top of the line rechargeable batteries, which in testing seem to do just as well as the Eneloop Pros, but getting this with the charger was a really good option for me for a really long time. I use these batteries in almost everything from my microphones to my gaming controllers to my mouse and everything. So these are just a fantastic rechargeable battery. Now getting into headsets, the headsets haven't really changed that much from last year in terms of what I'm going to recommend under $50. The Logitech G432s are still under 50 bucks. Don't look at the list price of it being $80 because I, again, rarely see these at $80. Right now they're $36.50 on sale. These are a really good option under $50. You are going to be losing on build quality at this price point, but you are getting a good headphone, you're getting a decent microphone, and it's going to work out pretty well for you. Another option are the Razer Black Shark V2s. The sound quality isn't as great, but they are better at noise isolation, and they do have a really good microphone. You also get a few more color options with the Razer. And another great option is the HyperX Cloud. Now these are a PlayStation licensed product, but you can use it with a computer. It uses a 3.5mm jack, so you can kind of use it with whatever you want, even if it has the PlayStation logo on there. These are a really good option. They're basically a more simple version of the Cloud 2s. They don't have the USB interface with them, but it's a really, really good mic. They're much better build quality in my opinion. The microphone is very, very good, and they're very comfortable to wear. Now, speaking about microphones, you can get some pretty good USB microphones under $50. Again, like last year, the Razer Siren Mini is probably one of the best USB mics under 50 bucks. I can't find mine right now. I have the pink one. It's somewhere in the basement. It's a very small thing and I've misplaced it somewhere, but these are a really good microphone. For under $50, you really can't beat it. It does a great job, and you do get a few colors between black, white, and pink. Now, another great option is the Fine A6T. I actually did a video on this if you want to check it out, but it is a really good option because it comes as a full kit. So you get the microphone, you get the boom arm, you get an extremely long cable, and you get a pop filter with it. It's got some RGB if you really care about that, or the person you're gifting to cares about that. And you do get a few color options here as well, which is also very nice to have. This is a really good option. It sounds very good for its price point, and getting all those additional accessories is nice because you're giving them the full package and they won't have to buy an arm or anything like that to use it. Now, I talked about the 8-bit DOE controllers last year, and this year they're an even better choice because they have their Ultimate controller under $50, standard price, and on sale it's even more under $50. So the Ultimate is a 2.4 gig wireless controller, really, really well built. Unfortunately, the Bluetooth version of that is over the $50 mark. It's at $55.99 on sale right now. Standard price $70. So we're going to skip over that one. But you also get all of their other unique controllers like the SN30 Pro. I actually have the SN30 Pro Plus, and I use this thing for my Steam Deck. I use it when I'm playing retro games. I use it with my Nintendo Switch. I use it with everything. It's a really good option, and they have a ton of controllers under $50. I would definitely go ahead and check out and suggest you go and look at their offerings and see if there's something that you really like. Now, if you don't want to use third-party controllers and you'd rather use an official Xbox or PlayStation controller with your console or your computer or what have you, you can find them. You just will have to search a little bit more depending on the color options and where you are. You may or may not find them under $50. So for example, here I found one of the Xbox, the new style for the Series Xboxes for under $50. But depending on what color you go for, the prices do seem to vary quite a bit, and their availability as well. Now, when I was originally putting the list together for this video, the DualSense was not under $50, but I did just find it under $50 right now on Amazon. Again, you are going to be limited towards colors to get it under that $50 price point. But if you do look around between Amazon, Walmart, Target, however you want to shop, you should be able to find one under 50 bucks. However, if you go back one generation, both with Xbox and PlayStation, you're much more likely to find them under $50 no matter what. For example, you can get a DualShock 4 for around $30 to $40. Depending on what you're able to find, I would suggest getting the newer versions rather than getting the older ones. But if you can't find anything and you do really want to give somebody a controller under $50, these are a great option if you go back one generation. Another great option under $50 are monitor mounts for your desk. These are not just meant to replace the stand. They do a lot more than that. They really opened up the amount of space on your desk because the stand is no longer there. You have all the space underneath the monitor as usable space now. It's very beneficial for people who have much smaller desks. So these can be a really great gift idea. The really cool thing is right now with the sales, you're able to get a single arm mount for $32.99. And you can also find the dual mounts for around $35 with a 10% off coupon right now. So these are really, really good options. Now, if the person you're gifting to is a maker of some kind, the Pinesil is probably one of the most unique gifts that you can get them. This is a smart mini portable soldering iron that can be used via USB-C. This is a really, really cool option. For $40, it's a pretty good deal. I think you can get it better pricing from Pine64 directly, but I do believe you do have to pay for shipping, so you got to try to factor in what that price will be with shipping. But this is an awesome item. Getting a portable soldering iron that you can basically fit in your pocket is amazing. I have a friend who keeps one of these in his backpack at all times. He works in IT and he uses it all the time. Now, staying on the topic of tools, again, we get an upgrade from the $25 price category. At $50, we can now get the Mako driver kit, which has 64 bits with iFixit. Again, iFixit's great. They have a lot of people that really do enjoy them, and they give you a lifetime warranty. The Mako is basically everything that you would ever need in terms of screwdriver sets, so this is a really good gift option. Now, if you want to get someone a great ratcheting driver, the Williams ratcheting screwdriver is my personal favorite. I have it here. I use it every time I'm building or disassembling computers. Anytime I'm really doing anything in the basement here in terms of a screwdriver, I end up using this thing. I love it so much. The ratchet is perfect. It just sounds so good. It feels smooth. It's a really nice thing to use. Everything is well built, and it is probably my favorite tool on my desk. Now, if you know someone who's building a computer or wants to improve their cooling performance on their computer, getting them some great fans is a great option as well. You can buy a nice 5-pack of fans for under $50, whether or not you want RGB or not, or the person you're gifting for. Arctic's P12 is a really good, affordable 5-pack. They are very good fans. They're very basic. They don't have any crazy features or anything like that. They don't even have rubberized padding on them to reduce vibration, but they're a very good performer. You can also get some RGB fans like these ones from Antec, which is a 5-pack, again, 120 millimeters. They do have the RGB elements, so you can do all that fun stuff as well. And it really is dependent on what you or the person you're gifting for wants. Now, I've done a video where I talked about how you can make a very fast portable storage device using an NVMe drive and an enclosure for that NVMe drive. Sabrent actually discounted their enclosure to below the $25 mark since I did my video on the $25 budget. But this is a really good option. Regular price, it's $40. If you get it during Black Friday, you can get it in that $25 price bracket, which is great. These are really great if you have a leftover NVMe drive that you want to use for something, or if you pair it up with buying an NVMe drive during all these crazy sales, throwing it in this enclosure, and you can get a blazing fast portable drive. Now, a very unique option is the YodaMaster's dual NVMe drive bay, which I talked about a few weeks ago. This is a really cool option, typically under $50. Right now it's $40. They've even improved the products since I talked about it in my video. They listened to some feedback, and now they provide 2 cables with it, so you do not have to have an additional USB-C cable. Again, you get to use 2 different drives in there. They're entirely independent, so if the person that you're gifting for likes tinkering with computers, likes doing troubleshooting and stuff like that, this is an awesome item. If they are a photographer or a videographer and they want to have a main drive and a backup, this is also a great option for that as well. Now, in a similar thread, getting a good drive docking station is a good option under $50. Sabrent has one here. It's typically $60. Right now it's $40. This is great for hard drives and SSDs, either 3.5 or 2.5 inch. The really cool thing about this one as well is that it does stuff offline, so you don't need to be plugged into a computer to duplicate drives between both bays. Really, really cool feature. Now, a rather unique item that came up earlier this year in my life because I wanted to get this for my dad are the AirFly Bluetooth transmitters. This is a great option for someone who travels a lot and uses something like AirPods or any Bluetooth earbuds, where if you want to use it on the plane, you can't just plug your earbuds into the plane like you can with a pair of headphones. These allow you to transmit wirelessly from the port on the plane to your AirPods or whatever earbuds you're using, so that the person can use the onboard entertainment with their better earbuds. At this price point, you're only gonna be able to get the Duo or the SE. You're not gonna be able to get the Pro. The biggest thing with the Pro is that it has 25 hours of life instead of the 20 hours on the SE and the 22 hours of the Duo. The Pro also has the ability of sending audio from your phone at the same time, so you can do your phone and whatever device you have the thing plugged into, so you can do both. Most people are only going to need the SE or the Duo, and the Duo are only really needed if you want to do 2 pairs of earbuds with them. If you're gifting to an individual, getting the AirFly SE is more than enough. Now again, we're talking about Steam Deck docks, and these have gotten even cheaper than last year. This is a really good option if you know someone that's gotten a Steam Deck or they're getting the new OLED Steam Deck, for example. This is a really good complimentary gift to that. JSOX has an option, Ugreen has an option, and there are a few other brands as well. I have the JSOX one. I use it absolutely all the time. I use it when recording my videos for my Steam Deck. I use it when I go to people's houses. It allows me to plug the Steam Deck into their TV really easily, and we can play Jackbox games and stuff like that. The docks are an incredible option. They give you so many things. And for anybody who owns a Steam Deck or the ROG Ally, this is like a no-brainer. Organization is a pretty big thing for me, and getting a label maker is basically a need to have, especially if you live on your own. This is great for labeling absolutely anything. I used to use it to label my mixer. I use it to label bags that are not transparent. I use it to label boxes. I use it to label cables wherever they are sometimes. Having a label maker is really great, and especially if they're an individual person that you're gifting it to, this will last a very long time. The one that I have here is the exact same one that I have personally, and for $30 you get the machine and 2 rolls of tape, which should last quite a long time. Now another great gift under $50 for somebody that might be setting up a new computer setup is a really good power strip. And there's multiple reasons for this. One, having a surge protector on really expensive electronics like a computer is always an incredible idea. And 2, you don't realize how handy having a power strip with something like this, the Tron power strip with 13 ports, 3 USBs, and a USB-C port on it can be. These are really nice. You can mount them to the underside of your desk so you can get some really great cable management. You're able to plug in more than enough for an entire single setup. I have 2 of them underneath my desk, but I also have like 4 computers here and 4 monitors and a whole bunch of other stuff like lights and things like that. But for a single computer setup, this is going to be more than enough. You could probably even do 2 computers with this as well. And this is one that I have personally. It works really, really well. And they've, even since I bought it, they've actually made it slimmer, so it's not nearly as bulky. And these things are built really well. They have a long cable. I believe you could probably go all the way up to the 15-foot long cable if we really want to, under the $50 mark. You can even get the improved USB ports with the 15-foot cable for $38.23. This is an incredible deal. I think this is like a no-brainer for anybody who's setting up a desk. If you've gone over to the person you're gifting to's house and they're still using a power strip from like 1992, like my parents, this is a really good gift option. Now, Bluetooth speakers under $50 have gotten better and better every single year. I believe I did the JBL Go 3 last year. This year, it's probably even cheaper than it was. Normally $50, right now it's $30. There are a ton of colors available for you here. This is a really good, durable Bluetooth speaker that you can use. It's waterproof. It sounds good. It's got a little hook or a little loop on it so that you can hang it on things. Really, really nice. The Tribit Stormbox Micro 2 is actually on sale under $50 right now as well. They even have an additional 5% off coupon. I really love my Tribit Stormbox Micro 1. I have the original. It's a really, really good speaker. And the 2 is just a major improvement in terms of battery life and overall sound quality. So this is a really good option. The Tribit is also waterproof. It has a little strap so that you can strap it onto things, which is really nice and convenient. I really like mine, and either one of these are a really good option. Last week, we talked about a few streaming sticks, and this week you get even more available to you as options. You're not just stuck with the Amazon one. For example, you can get the Google Chromecast with Google TV, the 4K version, not the 1080p version. This is what I personally use, and I really like it. It's basically a version of Android TV. It works really, really well for me. You can use all kinds of apps on it. I really do enjoy it. And you can find at this price not only on Amazon, but basically anywhere at this point. Normally they have it listed at $50. Anytime it goes below 40, it's a pretty good pickup. Now with Amazon, you can also get the upgraded 4K Max, which has Wi-Fi 6E on it instead of the standard Wi-Fi 5. This is also a really good option if you do like the Fire Stick layout and then you do like the way that it performs. This one is just an improvement in terms of connectivity. And under $50, you can also get the Roku streaming stick, which is a really good neutral option. The Roku sticks are some of the most popular in terms of just streaming sticks. They do a very good job. They're very well built. Right now, you can get it for $30. Regular price, it's $50. This is a really good option as well. A lot of people really do love the Rokus. Now, keeping on the trend of smart devices, you can get the Google Nest Mini for $40 right now. This is also a really good option. I believe directly from Google, it's actually more expensive right now. I think it's $50 from Google. So getting it from Amazon is actually cheaper, oddly enough. These are really great. I do have a bunch of these and I will spread them out throughout the house when I have parties. You're able to cast music to all of them simultaneously. You can mix it between different Google speakers as well. I really do enjoy it for that. And it also is the smart assistant, so you can use it for all kinds of purposes. I have one at my desk that I use to turn on and off all the lights, for example. It's a really nice option. And for $40, you're getting a great device. So the Amazon Echo is another device where when I looked at it like 15 hours ago, it was under $50, but now they're bundling it with a bulb or another Echo product. So for some reason, the price has seemed to gone up. I don't see the option under $50 anymore. So right now it's $55. If you can find it under $50, it's a great deal. If your budget is $50 for the person that you're gifting to, but you really want a smart bulb, then you can kind of weigh it in with that. The Echoes are a good device. If the person that you're gifting to is in the Amazon ecosystem, this is the way to go. If they're in the Google ecosystem, get the Google Nest Mini. They're both really good options. It really depends. Now, Google's also discounted their Nest Hub, the second generation one, for $50 right now. This is a really good option. You can buy it directly from Google. I'm sure you can also find it at Best Buy, Walmart, Target, Costco, all those available as well. This is a really nice smart display that also has the speaker built in. I've gifted them to a couple people who like putting them in their kitchen. They can watch, as this image is showing here, they can watch how to do something cooking wise and do it at the same time. I know some people that have them in their bedrooms. I know some people that just have them in their main hallway. A lot of flexibility here. For $50, you're getting a really good device. And I believe it even has sleep sensing built into it, so you can use the sleep tracker. Now, to finish it off with some smart lights, the Govee light bars are probably one of my favorite ways to do bias lights. They are a very, very good light. They do a lot of great output. You can do different colors across the bars. My TV actually behind me here is using those, and that's what it's used almost from the get-go. Probably one of my favorite products. These are great. You can use them with computer monitors. You can use them with TVs. And the really cool thing is with the way that these mount, you can either have them standing on something or you can mount them directly to the back of something as well. They're very flexible. They do a very good job. They're normally under $50, but right now they're $35 on sale. Another really good product from Govee are these Govee neon ropes. These are like an LED light strip, but they're diffused, so they're not nearly as intense or jarring in terms of the light that you get out of them. They're really nice and diffused. It puts a nice soft colored light. You can get 10 feet for under $50, which is a pretty good deal. You can kind of use these anywhere. You can see in the picture here, they're using it on their desk. I've seen people use these underneath their cabinets in their kitchen. Again, you can get creative with these, but these are a really great option. Under $50, you get 10 feet. It's pretty good. And our final product here is the Decala Arkenstone. As you can see right above me, I use it mainly as a color light, but you can also use it as an alarm clock. It's a sunrise alarm. I've gifted one of these to a friend. They really do enjoy it. My sister has one of their other products. She really likes it as well. She uses it mainly for the sunrise element, but they are great for adding some color into a room. They can be used as an alarm clock, a whole bunch of other things. It's a great option. Right now it's $45. There's an additional 5% off coupon. So this is a pretty good deal right now where it's normally $70. So we may not have done as many products as the $25 and under, but we still did a lot of products today. I really do hope you found this video helpful. And if not, I at least hope you found it interesting. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you like, subscribed. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, feel free to leave those down in the comment section below. Big thanks to my patron sponsors, Slots Time and Stepback, and thank you for watching to the end of this video. If you want to see any of the gift guides from last year or the ones from this year as I put them out, you can check out the playlist right up here. And as always, stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.